CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Novage, NAV, AGE, Clean Nose, Healthy Love. Sweet Tooth is your go-to spot for gourmet popcorn, fudge, jelly bellies, sour candy, ice cream, and everything sweet. Sweet Tooth on
unplug that, plug the light in, turn the light on. There we are. Good morning, guys. Nice and early. Okay, what I've got on the chopping board today is I painted this a while ago. I just clear coated. It was a cab I got in a lot. Looks like probably a Toyota or even a Chevy Love. They were all the same. Even Toyota Datsun. They all pretty much had the same body. But I cast the wheels and stuff, so I'm thinking about, since I've got all the extra wheels in the world that I like, back here, and then make a nice flatbed out of some popsicle sticks and do kind of a little quickie on that one because I don't really care too much for that. Put this engine aside too because I couldn't find valve covers for it. So I'm thinking about, well, no, I do have valve covers for it, don't I? But that, no, yeah, they don't fit. They don't fit that. I think I was going to go with something like that because they did fit, but they just look like air cleaners. I could cast something, I think, and put it on there. And now I know how to do those blower belts really well, so I'll do that with those on the lathe. Yeah, I couldn't find the valve covers for those. So, and then it's all the suspension stuff. So I make all my axles myself. I drill the rear ends, and then I slide an 1/8 inch sprue through it. One of the model trees. Throw them through there. Clean all this up real quick and get on to the next one. I think there's even another set of them in here. Yep. Get them all out of the way. The cab even fits in there. All right. Keep that one all together. I'm working on that. Now, so I have a card shout out. Gary Seed sent me his last card, and I've got all his other cards he sent me. Those are fantastic. I don't know if there's probably a glare. It's not. Yeah. Gary's work, that's amazing. That looks just absolutely, it's gorgeous. I love it. Okay. Might as well do a plug for mine. I counted how many cards I have left. It looks like 10 shop cards left. So need to send out 10 more shop cards, and then I don't think I'm even going to have more of them made at this point. But so once they're gone, they're gone. Just send your mailing address to Tammy's email address, Tammy Lucas 61360@yahoo.com. Send them there, and I will send you out a shop card. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you the best side. Everybody likes this side. It's rat rod. It's my first rat rod I did in 06, July of 06. So it's exactly, my math is horrible. I came up with 18 when I counted it out on my fingers, but It's probably wrong. But I built that exactly 18 years ago this month. July 8th is when I made that one. July 8th of 06. Yep, that one was a real hit. So I don't really do too many rat rods. When I do, I should show you guys how to do the rust on there. The rust, what I like to do is use my pastels. Let me prop this up here because it was something I wanted to talk about. Might have even, there was something I was really excited about doing the other night, and I started to get it together and was going to start doing it. I thought, no, I'll just do that in the middle of the night like I always do since I'm up anyway. And got to get all this stuff out of the way. Okay. 35 years ago, I bought the pastels from Micromark because there was no real internet or anything back then. There was, but I didn't have a home computer or anything like that. Still, home computers are pretty unaffordable, I think. Okay. What I do is I take some Elmer's glue. Like I said, I've had these Micromark back in I find it hard to breathe all the time. I've had these from Micromark back in 96-ish, right in there, 96. And I used to do this with the cars and stuff and do some rust and stuff on them. But I would take an X-Acto knife and scrape off just what I wanted. And I'd scrape it right into the deal there. Crush it down with the back of the X-Acto knife. Oh, great, that's not an X-Acto knife. But anyway, I'd gouge into it till I got the powder. And there's chunks bigger than what I want. So I take the back of the handle and grind them in. But what I first was using with this was dull coat. It came in a bottle like this, and it was dull coat. Yeah, I think you can see all that. I think it's all in the frame. Okay. And I'd get the powder, and I would mix it into like that. And I'd chip my pastels, and I'd get my dull coat out, and I'd put it on the, it's just a lid. I've got tons of these. I've got boxes full of these. I like them different colors for like the white when I'm using black wash. And what I would do is I would take dull coat and mix it on there, and then I'd use lighter colors first. The lighter be like this. And I'd put it on there first. And I'd go out kind of far with it. Then I'd use a darker, which would be like this one here. And then I'd use darker and darker until I got to just about, I use that one there a lot. And then I'd use black around the holes, and darker around the more serious rust. So I'd start light, working to dark. But the dull coat, being lacquer, it really messed with my lungs. My lungs were really bad from when I was 2 years old. There's a big thing that happened when I was 2 in a sandbox. I was suffocated to death, and I rushed to the hospital, and they got the sand out by running a stomach pump hose backwards, and they got the majority of the sand out of my lungs. But that all happened when I was 2, and the lacquer from the dull coat really messed with my lungs so bad to where I couldn't use that. And I stopped at right around 2000. 2000, I started using Elmer's glue instead. I'd put a little bit of Elmer's glue here, and I'd have water just around the edge, and I'd mix it together with my brush like midway, and I'd have it consistency worked up, and then I just put it in the pastels, and then I would do my rust. And that was about the easiest thing. And then I would do all my, I would shoot, I'd airbrush the model first. I have a pictorial on how I did the zombie rat from start to finish. It was my 100th video, and it shows that I painted it first. I put my decals on it, and then I use the airbrush and then just use the same color of that olive drab. And then I started painting a little bit over the decals, and that way they're not so bright. It blends them back, fades them back a little bit. Then I use some black wash, and then I do my rust last. And that's how that works. But yeah, the pastels are about the best. What I didn't like, let me move this out of the way. What I didn't really like was on eBay, I ordered more when I ran out. And there was an option to buy real hard ones. And this kit was a soft one. And the hard ones really seem to be pretty hard to scratch all the stuff off them. I figured if it's hard, it's more packed, you get more out of it, and it's just harder to work with. So just stick with the soft stuff. This real soft chalks, pastel chalk. It's crumbling, just me touching it. It's because they're so stinking old. That's the way I like it. Okay, there's that, and that. Okay, we're going to go on to another project. Gotta put these away. Another couple projects on top of the little Datsun truck. Okay. I was watching Duel yesterday. That's a big mistake. Shouldn't be doing that, but I did. So I got out my semi stuff. We got everything going on already over here. Got my semi stuff out. And thinking about doing that one. I think this one here was a Peterbilt. So this will have a good shape to it. Yeah, I think that was my Peterbilt. And thinking about working on that Peterbilt, that 1971 Peterbilt. That was on Duel. I first of all got this one out, which was a trailer that I got from a buddy. And it was pretty much a glue bomb. And I just made it into, just schlocked together a semi out of that. I used it as the floorboard and just did a quick fast. But I started looking at that. It was a white Star Line, and that's the one that was used for maximum overdrive. I saw the body line on it. And I can turn this one into fun toys. The goblin, make him out front. So I'm thinking about a couple different big rig projects. I need the fenders for this one because I used them on my car carrier that I carry this car on. When I was casting wheels, I tore the wheels off this one because they were my favorite wheel. And since I cast so many, I might as well paint these up and then put them back on it. And get them back on there where they go. And there we are. So what do we got? We got a truck. It'll be a flatbed. We got dual, maximum overdrive, and then I got to put the wheels back on that one. So I've got quite a few projects going to be going on here real quick. And that's about it. That's what I wanted to update you guys on those. Okay. Have a great day, guys.